Are online products dead? And the answer is no. It's not dead. You just probably don't know how to sell it, how to promote it, and how to find the location to get the traffic to it. This can be tricky. First, you have to develop an audience around that thing, meaning, I'm hearing the quote, make the main thing the main thing. Whatever it is that you're interested in doing, you have to determine what your sales hook is going to be. Are you going to come on YouTube and talk about how you make that product? Are you going to talk about something and use that product, for instance, cups, mugs, journals, what have you? Use quotes, this, that, so on and so forth, in order to create the merchandise and attach something to it, being your video content, your podcast content, and then link your merchandise to that. Then it gives an incentive for people to want to click through it. And then the catch is, how do you promote yourself in such a way in order to gain the traffic that's going to move forward this thing that you're developing? You just don't need to know what it is that you're selling. You need to know and have some idea the alignment of it. Remember, we talked about vertical alignment going up and down and horizontal alignment. Are you selling products that are related to each other? Because this can be differentiated. Let's talk about a merchandise brand. That if I'm selling in an Etsy store or online store, am I selling t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, all of these kinds of apparel? Then that's one form of merchandise that's all associated with each other. Now, you could even make it a vertical if it's like it's all clothes, but it's a different type of clothing. For example, there are some that's baby clothes in comparison to children, to adult hoodies and all of that. Now, some might say, well, that's all still grouped in together, but it's a little bit different because they're not all in the same grouping. You see how I'm saying? Now, another way of going vertical is you've got the ability to do hoodies, all of these clothing items, but then you're also doing decals for the phone. You're also doing web or printable products. You're also doing journals and journal covers. So what is it that you're desiring to create? And then making the idea, understanding the product's idea, what makes it unique and different and an aesthetic to you. Because recently I've been doing some research on potentially creating a product, and I'm thinking about an idea, and it's that element of it, that what is it that I want to create, and what would it aesthetically look like even if I went in and did a test run of it. All right, now I'm trying to determine that when I test it, am I going to do a video for you guys? So I need you to figure out what that is. Next, how are you going to sell it? Is it going to be lucrative to sell as an online product? Is it something that is in season? People don't buy sweatshirts in the middle of the summertime. So you want to make sure that you're building something that operates in season and out of season. That's why people do t-shirts and long sleeve shirts, because t-shirts are a summertime thing, but long sleeves may work in the fall, where sweatshirts work in the winter. See how that works? Understanding, like I said, what your audience wants. Some people are creating products for a need. Some people are just creating products. And are they aesthetically pleasing to the eye? Are you creating something that people aren't going to initially look at and be like, that doesn't visually look good to my eye gate to make me want to purchase that? So these are all things that you need to do in your thought process. And I've told you guys before, when creating products, sometimes you need to create that customizable product to even see if it will sell, to see if you know how to sell it, and then determine that if you can get it to a point that it can be sold lucratively, are you going to up level it and take it out of the online store aspect to that capacity and transition it to a store that you create for yourself, from customizable to something that you're going and you're finding shipment people and you're finding sourcing the material and you're having the same content made new season like any designer would. Checking your projections, checking how it went last season as to this season. What are you building and how are you developing it? So I hope that helped you. Food for thought. Until next time, bye-bye.